During his long and storied career, Usain Bolt was synonymous with world records and even more so gold medals. But he was also known for his iconic pose, you know the one, and now in one of the best examples of closing the stable door after the horses bolted, pardon the pun, it seems he wants to trademark said pose. Today we're discussing Bolt attempting to trademark the famous pose. Stay with us. Let's dive right in then. What's going on? Jamaican sprint legend Usain Bolt has applied to trademark his signature celebration pose known as 2D World. Bolt apparently wants to turn the outline of the pose into a logo which can then be used at his own discretion. He filed the trademark request with the US Patent and Trademark Office last month, and it is thought he plans on using it on all sorts of different things ranging from clothing to jewelry and bars to restaurants. Of course, Bolt is one of the most recognizable athletes, winning 8 Olympic gold medals throughout his entire career. His awesome showing at the 2009 World Championships in Berlin will go down in folklore, and he still holds world records in the 100 and 200 meter events from that particular meeting. Bolt became synonymous with the pose early in his career, which he would bust out after winning races. The world got to see it a lot. The move saw Bolt bend one elbow and straighten the other at the angle towards the sky, which had been copied at length since the days when Bolt was on top of the world. Seemingly everyone has had a stab at doing the famous Bolt pose, from Mickey Rourke, who raced the Jamaican sprint legend in an alley after a late night meeting with Bolt in London, and even President Obama. What do you guys make of Bolt's patent request? So where does the pose originate? Stay tuned to find out. Well, Bolt first debuted the 2D World pose at the 2008 Olympics in Beijing, and the rest, as they say, is history. It was a global sensation from day one, and every time Bolt won and treated the crowd to a glimpse of the pose, the crowd would respond by doing it right back at their hero. The celebration has now become synonymous with Bolt, but where did it actually come from? Well, you might be surprised to learn that the iconic pose actually has its roots in the Jamaican dancehall scene. As you probably know, as a proud Jamaican, Bolt loves himself some dancehall, and the pose is actually just a variation of a dancehall move, which was popular around the time he first showed the move off to the world. Talking about its origins last year, he said, quote, "One day me and my friend were talking, I was like, yo, imagine if I did this, and he was like, yeah, that would be pretty cool, so I just did it and kept the name. It works and people loved it, so it's brilliant." It all sounds relatively simple, and people from a wide range of backgrounds have since adopted it, from PSG striker Neymar to Prince Harry. Bolt added, quote, "Everybody I meet, they know what it is, and they always try to do it, or they try to get me to do it. It's been wonderful. It really took off around the world." What's your favorite celebration in sports? Next up, Bolt has sent a message to Aston Villa star Leon Bailey. Stick around. Jamaican sprint legend Usain Bolt has sent a message of support to countryman and fellow athlete Leon Bailey, who scored his team's equalizing goal against Manchester City this past weekend. The Villains came from a goal down against City to draw level, with the match finishing 1 each, and Bolt was quick to congratulate his fellow Jamaican via Instagram. Using the Instagram story feature, Bolt posted a clip of Bailey's goal along with a caption which read, quote, "Them need fi to know you name bang." We're still trying to decipher the meaning, so any Jamaicans out there, kindly translate in the comments below. Bailey had cancelled out Erling Haaland's 10th goal of the season in the second half to delight of the rest of the league, who have become increasingly worried the Manchester outfit will simply run away with it after the addition of the Norwegian striker, who has now incredibly scored 165 goals in 207 games, and Bailey's strike was much needed as Aston Villa haven't had the best start to the season, with pressure beginning to mount on their legendary manager, Steven Gerrard. Bolt is an avid fan of Premier League football and is known to follow Manchester United, but also now follows Villa thanks to Bailey, who, after joining the Birmingham side last year, said, quote, "Anywhere I go, he, Bolt, is going to be a fan, so of course right now he's a Villa fan." Of course, what do you make of Bolt's message? We're discussing Bolt's failed startup company now. Stick around. Usain Bolt has arguably tasted failure for the first time in his career recently, as his scooter startup business has unfortunately collapsed. The failed business has not only left scooters strewn across a slew of American cities, but has left former employees angry with the athletic legend. Bolt founded Bolt Mobility back in 2018, but the company abruptly ceased operations in July of 2022. Since then, vehicles that have been left abandoned across cities in North America, which can no longer be used as they need a now defunct app to open them. Prior to the company shutdown, employees came to work as usual, but it was since been revealed that they were not paid for the last month of their employment, June. 4 former employees of the company claim they were told they would be paid but are still waiting for the money they have worked for. Apparently, they had been told that the cash flow problem was just temporary as the Sprint star looked into ways of securing more funding. Of course, they don't care about his cash flow problems, they want to be paid for the work they've done, and rightly so. As we now know, the money never came and the company went under, which not only forced workers to look for new employment, but meant they had worked for free. One former employee said, quote, "Not paying us for the last month of work we did, I consider that to be defrauding the employees. I've been lied to and manipulated." What do you guys think? Next up, Bolt has been challenged to a race. Global sports fans who don't particularly follow American football might not be overly familiar with the name Tyreek Hill. However, they soon might. That's if a challenge laid down by the 28-year-old Miami Dolphins wide receiver is accepted by Usain Bolt, the former Kansas City Chiefs player, who credits Jerry Hill with the player he has become today, has suggested that one day he would like to race Jamaican legend Usain Bolt. Speaking about the possibility of racing Bolt in the future, Hill revealed that he would definitely have his namesake Jerry be his track coach, saying, "We're going old school, baby." Tyreek is named Cheetah, which might give you some idea of just how quick he is over short distances. But he admitted that for him to actually race the Jamaican, the numbers gotta align. And he believes that he has advantage over the retired Bolt, saying, "I mean, obviously, Cheetah don't lose, baby. Only thing I know is I'm bringing home a gold medal. That's it, one of his gold medals too." We would love to see this one go down, but we're not too sure if Bolt would dust off the old spikes, having not competed in more than 5 years. What do you make of Hill's call-out? And finally, Bolt has been awarded an honorary degree. Stay tuned. Earlier this summer, Usain Bolt was awarded an honorary degree from Brunel University. Why? Because he trained there during the build-up to the London Olympics back in 2012. Most people study for years on end to attain their degrees, but not Usain. Of course, the title is only honorary, as the name suggests, and doesn't particularly mean much, but most degree holders don't acknowledge celebrities who are handed degrees whatsoever, as it is viewed as a bit of an insult in the academic community. During the award ceremony, Bolt said, quote, "I want to say to the graduates, hard work does pay off. Just remember that the road won't be easy. There will be ups and downs, and you will fail." And Bolt knows all about hard work professionally. He went on to say, quote, "But always remember, learn from your failure and try again. Never give up on your dream, because as a young man, I never knew I'd be this great. Always work hard, dedicate yourself, and remember anything is possible. Don't take limits." Thankfully, he's still modest. What do you guys make of celebrities being handed honorary degree titles? A little bit of an insult to regular degree holders, or pretty harmless? Let us know your thoughts below. As usual, thanks for dropping in on us today, and remember to tune in again next time. We will be discussing all sorts of other cool bits and pieces, and why not do us a solid by liking and sharing today's video, whilst also subscribing to our channel. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.